Hi, and welcome back. So let's do another one of these problems. And let's say the problem that we are trying to figure out, what is the limit as x approaches 0 of the tangent of 5x divided by x. So that's our problem. We're trying to figure out this limit. So if you want to pause the video, and now I'm going to hopefully say that you've unpaused the video now. So now, what can we start off doing? Well, the first thing I would normally always do in a problem like this is I would split up this tangent, right? I would normally say that this is going to be equal to the sine of 5x divided by the cosine of 5x. So let's actually just rewrite that. So we have the limit as x approaches 0 of the sine of 5x divided by the cosine of 5x, and then all of that times 1 over x. So that's the first thing that we could do, and I probably shouldn't have written it this way. It's a little confusing here, but actually the way I should write this, which maybe if you're having trouble on this, might make it a little bit easier for you to figure out. I'm going to change colors. I don't like that. That color's a little... There, that's a better color. So let me just rewrite this. I probably shouldn't have written it this way. This is a little confusing, so I'm going to rewrite this as the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over the cosine of 5x times the sine of 5x divided by x. And now you should hopefully see what we can do here, or what the next step would be. And the next step is going to be to break up these two limits, is to say, okay, we can just take the limit as x approaches 0 of this expression and then multiply it times the limit as x approaches 0 of this expression. And that'll probably be a bit more useful for us. So let's just go ahead and do that. So we can say that the limit, this is equal to the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over the cosine of 5x times the limit as x approaches 0 of the sine of 5x, so sine of 5x divided by x. So all we did was we just split up this limit. And now hopefully this should be in a very familiar form for you, where if we have, this looks a lot like our special limit case where the limit as x approaches 0 of the sine of x over x, we know that that's 1, right? And so now what do we do in order to evaluate this limit? Let me choose yet another color. There, that's a good color. So what do we have to do? Well, we've got the sine of 5x divided by x. So if we were able to get this into the form of the sine of 5x divided by 5x, that would we would be able to evaluate this, right? We would be able to evaluate that limit. So let's just multiply this by 5 over 5. So we're going to say if we multiplied, let me see if I can do this. If we multiply by 5 over 5, then what we get is the 5 becomes our new, actually, you know what? I'm going to write it like this. So if we multiply by 5 over 5, I can just write this 5 right here. We have a 5 there and a 5 there, right? So if we multiply by 5 over 5, and you can hopefully see that if we were going to simplify this expression, these 5s would cancel, and you can see that all we did was we just multiplied this expression by 1. But it puts it in a much easier form for us to take the limit of. And even what we're going to do beyond that, and I'm going to actually erase both of those again, so this 5 is going to stay there. But even what we're going to do on top of that is we're going to move our top 5 outside of our limit, because we don't have to take the limit as x approaches 0 of just some constant, right? That it's just going to be the same constant. So that 5 moves outside. And again, it's important to realize that all we've done is we've just multiplied this expression by 1. So now we can take the limit of this entire expression. So we've got two we've got two different things. They're both going to 0. We've got the sine of 5x divided by 5x. So now we can say that this is equal to 1. So everything inside these parentheses are equal to 1. And then remember, we've also got this 5 that comes out in front of it. And that's a 5. So anyway, that is this part of our limit. And now the only other thing we have to do is we just have to choose yet another color. We just have to figure out what is the limit of this part of the expression, right? So what's the limit as x approaches 0 of 1 over the cosine of 5x? Well, we can just plug in 0 here, right? Because what is the cosine of 0? The cosine of 0 is 1, right? So it's not, if in this expression we would have been dividing by 0, and we know that we can't do that. But in this expression, there's nothing wrong with just plugging in 0 for x here, because we say the cosine of 5x, 5 times 0 is 0, so the cosine of 0 is going to be 1. So this is going to simplify to the limit as, actually, you know what, I don't even have to write the limit again. We're just going to say that this simplifies to 1 over 1. 1 over 1, or simplify that even more to just 1. So our final answer is going to be 1 times 5 times 1, right? Which is just 5. So that is the answer. The limit as x approaches 0 of the tangent of 5x divided by x is 5. So anyway, hopefully you found that useful, and I'm just going to keep doing more problems. Thanks for watching.